In a quiet zoo enclosure, surrounded by onlookers, a lion paced back and forth. His powerful muscles tensed with every step, his eyes glowing with dominance. He was restless, agitated, perhaps even frustrated. For those watching, it was nothing out of the ordinary. Just another wild animal behaving as wild animals do. But something was about to happen that no one, not even the caretakers, could have predicted. A visitor, standing a few meters away, took out his phone and began playing a recording. It wasn't music, nor was it a human voice speaking casually. It was the recitation of the Holy Quran, soft, rhythmic, and filled with deep spiritual resonance. The lion's unexpected reaction. The moment the sound reached the lion's ears, everything changed. The beast stopped in his tracks. His ears perked up. His eyes, once wild and restless, softened. Slowly, almost reverently, he turned toward the source of the sound. And then, the unthinkable. The lion sat down. Then he lay down, calmly, like a creature overcome not by fear, but by peace. He bowed his head and remained still, as if he were listening. As if he understood. As if those divine words touched something buried deep within him, something no one ever thought existed in such a fearsome predator. Onlookers were stunned. Phones came out. The video went viral. People from every corner of the world watched and rewatched, unable to believe what they were seeing. Was this a coincidence? Or something deeper? Animals and the Word of God. This moment raises an incredible question. Can animals recognize the Word of God? In Islam, animals are considered part of God's creation, beings that worship Him in their own way, even if we do not understand it. In Surah Al-Isra, 1744, the Quran says, "The seven heavens and the earth and whatever is in them exalt Him. And there is not a thing except that it exalts Allah by His praise, but you do not understand their ways of exalting." This verse reminds us that everything in existence glorifies Allah, even animals. They live by a natural instinct placed within them by the Creator. So perhaps, when the lion heard the Quran, he wasn't just listening. He was recognizing something divine. Something familiar. Something his soul had known all along. Similar incidents in nature. And this isn't the only story. There have been multiple reports of animals reacting to the Quran in miraculous ways. A video from Turkey showed a parrot repeating verses of the Quran with clarity that baffled linguists. Another clip from Indonesia showed a restless dog calming down instantly when Surah Ar-Rahman was played. In many homes around the world, pet owners report the same pattern. Dogs, cats, even birds calming down, closing their eyes, or laying peacefully when Quranic recitation begins. What explains this? Science might label it as vibration or frequency sensitivity. But believers see something far more profound, a soul's response to the words of its maker. The science of sound and the Quran. Science tells us that sound has power. It can heal. It can harm. It can inspire or terrify. The recitation of the Quran has a unique rhythmic, phonetic, and acoustic structure. Studies have shown that listening to Quran recitation can lower stress levels, reduce blood pressure, and promote deep relaxation. But how does this affect animals? Animals, especially predators like lions, have highly sensitive hearing. They detect frequencies that humans can't. What if the Quranic recitation, with its unique vibrations, resonates in a way that brings balance to the natural instinct of these creatures? Perhaps it touches a place deeper than instinct. Perhaps it touches the fitra, the innate recognition of the Creator. A message to humanity. Think about it. A lion, feared, untamed, a symbol of wild power, is humbled by the Word of God. He doesn't understand Arabic. He doesn't comprehend theology. But he recognizes peace. He recognizes truth. And yet, how often do we, as humans, ignore those same words? Words that were revealed for our guidance, for our salvation? Sometimes, it takes the response of a lion to remind us of what we've forgotten. The Quran is not just for scholars. It's not just for mosques or Ramadan nights. It's for everyone. For every heart. Every soul. And perhaps, as we've seen, for every creature. What this means for us. This story is more than just viral content. It's a wake-up call. When was the last time you sat down to listen, really listen, to the Quran? Not as background noise, not as a ritual, but as a message from your Creator. What would happen if you allowed it into your heart the way that lion did? Would your worries calm? Would your anger fade? Would your soul, like the lion, find rest? It's time to rediscover the Quran, not just as a book, but as a companion, as a guide, as a source of comfort in this chaotic world. The lion didn't speak, but his silence screamed a message we all need to hear. The truth, when spoken, resonates, even in the heart of a beast. So, the next time you feel lost, broken, restless, remember the lion who found peace through the words of God. And remember that those same words are available to you. All you have to do is listen. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone you love. You never know whose life might change from hearing it. And if you haven't yet, pick up the Quran or play a recitation. Just give it a few minutes. Let it speak to your soul. Because sometimes, the most powerful lessons come not from scholars or sermons, but from a lion listening in silence.